Greetings and salutations. This is Pandora the Eclectic, also known as Pandora the Eclectic on SoundCloud, blah, blah, blah. And if you want to check me out, check the links below. Anyways, as you can see by the title of this video, you know who exactly the fuck I'm talking about. Now, I know very well that there's always been a feminist statement like in every single goddamn film since, I guess, the epitome of it. Anyway, I mean, this is the 1920s. It only gets taken out every 20 years? Which I don't have an issue with, because it's just like any other movement. Some people want to migrate towards it, some want to stay the fuck away from it at 20 years later. Poor Phil. That's not the problem we're having right now. We don't need it. And I'm probably one of those thousands of people right now who feel we don't need that. And we don't need to be a part of it. We don't need it in our films as much as we used to. No, because I'm sorry to say this, a film really does. I don't think it's going to stop it. I think what it's going to do is it's going to convince that people are sick and tired of it being in the media. That's it. So, yeah, all I can say is this is a middle finger to good old Emma Watson. And, something that feminists don't seem to like. Even though they have a word that starts, they happen to go under a word that starts with that word, starts with that letter, so. And mind you, maybe I'm a little bitter. I mean, I just came from work not just 3 hours ago, so I'm a little, no, 5, closing on to 5 hours ago, so I'm a little fuck up feminist mode right now. And you wanna know why? Because I guess you know now Emma Watson is going to be playing Belle in the movie, in the new Beauty and the Beast movie. See, I can sort of see where it makes sense, even though I guess if you knew anything about feminists, a lot of them will not read their dogma, or not dogma, their literature. They'll pass it out, they'll tell people, heck, I'm subscribed to Britney Sofficial, or was subscribed. I'm thinking about unsubscribing from her because, well, her YouTube channel really no longer exists, or she pretty much is, she's done. She will not have any more to do with it. That's right, I forgot she just left. However, I really don't care that there's going to be a movie. I think if anything I get really pissed about is I hate the fact that feminists think this has anything to do with empowering films for women because, this is kind of where I feel in some way religious people are, not religious, religion and feminism are almost in the same umbrella right now because religion, well, if you knew anything about Christianity, a lot of those fairy tales, well, they're based off of Christianity. A lot of those stories, yeah, Rapunzel, be Samson and Delilah. So I guess technically wouldn't that be a book that makes men look bad, or actually you probably argue most fairy tales do make men look bad. So I guess you couldn't say that Disney was sexist, or at least not sexist towards females anyways. Um, let's see, what other things? Oh yeah, do I want Emma Watson to play, though? Frankly, I don't even want a live-action version of any of the Disney films to begin with. You have seen Maleficent, have you not? And you've seen how well that turned out. Emma, or Hermione as I should call you. And don't get me wrong, you can have it, you can go see it, they're gonna probably do it anyway. Enough women will be stupid enough to go see it. And I probably will end up seeing it anyways, because it's like, okay, fine. I personally don't want to see Maleficent because it's like, you know, there was nothing wrong with Maleficent being evil. Okay, she's the queen of all evil. That is her. She is a evil female. But you know something? What the fuck is wrong with that? There can't be bad guys that are just that bad guys anymore? Huh? And apparently it only seems to be with females. Because if it's a guy, well, guys are bad because, well, they have dicks. That's it. They can only be evil because, oh, they're only out to be with women because they don't want love. They just want or money or sex or whatever. And yeah, that brings me to another thing, feminists and fairy tales. I've seen it's not just on Tumblr, it's also on Pinterest. So, yeah, I'll be hearing that in the next 20 years. Feminists on Pinterest. You know, I don't think this is what Bill Gates wanted when he created the internet. I think he assumed there were enough intelligent people in the world where they wouldn't give a fuck about this sort of thing. And don't get me wrong, I think there's some cases where, yeah, we do market feminism in a negative sense. And that, hey, these are strong women who don't need men. That you don't need to punch men, you don't need to harm men. You just tell them to fuck off. And that's it. That's as far as you need to go. You don't need to punch them. You don't need to be abusive. Because how would this teach a girl that being... No, it's just that you're angry and you wanted to get back at him. And you wanted the ability to get back at him. However, let's say if this was a film, let's just put it this way. We all know a lot. And most guys wouldn't want it anyways, but let's keep in mind, if it was the other way around, there'd be a big uproar. Even if the woman had done something wrong, it would still be like, oh my goodness, you're saying it's okay to punch a woman in the face? Well, no, obviously it's not, because, sweetie, he wouldn't have punched her in the face if she had not, I don't know, acted like a cunt. That's it. Um, But yeah, I get kind of tired of feminism in the media. It does make it look shallow and just makes it seem like, okay, so what if a woman isn't physically strong? Then she's nothing? That we're only going to be measured by our physical abilities? Keep that in mind. That, it doesn't end there, sweetie. And it doesn't end at sex, it also ends in, hey, now not only can we can be in wrestling, even though we tend to put that on a high shelf. Yeah. That wrestling, really, we should we should be measured by our abilities, but you get what I mean. If you're gonna say a woman shouldn't be judged by anything that a man can do, then, well, and we all phone. It's just something that, like I said, it's all on Facebook first. And I feel like talking about it, and frankly, yeah, I'm going to look more into the article, because in my opinion, yeah, I'm just sharing my personal thoughts that I really don't want to see any more live-action films, and even if it's live-action films of Disney princesses. It's just like, I don't want to see a live-action version of The Little Mermaid, and I don't want to hear any feminist statements, because, sweetie, they already were. They were already rebelling against authority. Hey, and Disney was big on that. I don't even pay attention to Disney princesses anyways, because I think those are the most shallow Disney films of all. Ironically, I'd probably say, and I don't want a live action one, or even a remake. It was good on its own. I prefer The Brave Little Toaster, Rescuers Down Under, Um, most of, if not all of Disney's side characters, because we do have Disney princesses, or, well, I guess we look at Alice in Wonderland and Little Mulan as honorary Disney princesses. They're not real Disney princesses. As, at least not legit ones, even though to me it's like, uh, who cares? They kicked ass. Feminists should shut up. Sorry, but I think it is, well, we wouldn't want her to be a princess because I would assume she has to be rich and well-to-do now, doesn't it? And we don't want her to be some, I don't, even though a lot of the Disney princesses, well, no, Snow White wasn't. Her mother was a queen and she was just forced to do all the beating around the house because the mother was just trying to get her to be, trying to take away her good looks. That one I could see as anti-feminist because it's basically okay anytime that movement comes around. You know, there are feminists too. Yeah, it takes away some of your humanity because it's like saying, okay, because yeah, I don't even call it taking away your femininity because just because you're attracted to males, well, yeah, apparently it's not a girl thing, it's a guy thing too. So it's also, well, I was just saying it takes away your humanity. It takes away from who you are as a person, as a human being. It ignores that there are girls out there who like boys, and in a healthy way. They don't try to change themselves. They don't. I don't understand why we even have feminists associated with it anymore, with Disney. I understand Disney is a fairy tale thing. It's not real, and these are not negative. These are not something to make women feel bad. They've never been made to make women feel bad, okay? So yeah, that's why I hate this sort of thing. I don't like feminism versus Disney princesses, and I get tired of feminists trying to reinvent it, and I wish, mostly I get tired of people fuck around with the fairy tale point of view anyways, because it's like, it's not real, leave it the fuck alone, you know? And of course they'll say, well, we don't want to teach girls that you have to have those proportions and stuff. My attitude is, actually I wouldn't care considering it's a cartoon, it's not real. They just needed the woman to be a model. And I hate to tell women this, if it makes you feel bad, well, there's not much we can do about that. Either don't watch the movie, and seriously, because I'm sure there's plenty of films that guys hate, and too, for the same reasons. But, I'm getting off on a tangent. I really only meant for this video to be 10 minutes long, so, thank you for bearing with me, and listening to me gripe and, stupid feminism. That's what it really is. Stupid feminism. It's gone from being an intelligent movement that actually was fighting for rights and freedoms, the way it should be, and to just what it is now. A bunch of dumb cunts on Tumblr or Twitter trying to get everyone to respect women as if women are that stupid or men should be that idiotic. Anyways, please subscribe, follow me on Tumblr, Twitter, whatever. And if you want to email, I got that down there. No one ever bothers to email me. You tell me whatever you want to do. I'm thinking about probably having a hangout pretty soon. Probably not till maybe next week. Maybe this Sunday. No, Saturday maybe. Hey, got new schedule, working. I gotta finish up this cup of tea and my daily YouTube channel. Anyway. Anyways, thanks. And keep it frosty.